Hello. I am just about to go to spin, and then I had this idea for a video, so I thought, let's film, shall we? My name's Mare. Welcome to the marathon. Hope you're having a good day. Today's Thursday, which is the day that this video will come out. And I had been like racking my brain for something that I could film because I was gonna vlog yesterday, and to be frank, I just was not up for it. We had a really rough night the night before last, which we haven't had in weeks. Thomas has been sleeping like a dream, about now 7 till 6. It's been great, but he had a rough night a few nights ago, and then 2 nights ago again he did. It was probably the worst we've had in like years. Needless to say, I basically got him to school and then came home and was like, no, I'm not filming today. You would have just watched me lay on the couch and work and cry. To be totally frank, I find when I'm tired, that's when, you know, emotions are much more raw, as you know. But I am feeling much better today. Last night he slept 7 till 6, it was great. And I slept from 9 until 6. And I was in bed at like 8 o'clock, I think. We're good. It's just spin hair, doesn't matter. Spin hair, don't care. But, okay, fast forward to today's video. I wanted to talk to you about a concept in the book that many of you have said was like one of your #1 takeaways, which makes me super happy because it's been one of my #1 takeaways for the last 3 years, and it is so fitting for what I'm about to do today. I try to go to spin 2 or 3 times a week, but I haven't been since, I don't know, I want to say like the first week of February because I got strep. I find that quite nerve-wracking. Like, I find spin is something that is best if you are consistent. Your body, if you take a break, needs to be like reacquainted. And so I have been a bit apprehensive about today's class. I was just talking to a friend this morning and I told her, you know, I'm going to spin for the first time and I'm a bit apprehensive, and she was like, just be kind to yourself. And then I thought, of course, you can do anything for 10 minutes. And it made me realize, like, how have I never filmed a video on this before? It is such a big part of the book, which is right here. Finding Your Cape, How to Course Correct and Achieve Greatness When Things Don't Go As Planned, my debut book. And lots of you have been incredibly kind with your reviews of the book, but so many of you have said that you can do anything for 10 minutes has been a huge takeaway. And I'm just gonna read a little bit about it to you and then we'll chat. How have I not really read much of the book on my channel? We need to do like Mare Reads, but this is from chapter 1, which is called Spoiler Alert. 3 days into my new life, I asked my friend a question that exposed how overwhelmed I was. I just don't know how to do this. How am I supposed to plan his funeral? It had been 3 days since I'd seen him. 3 days of intense, numbing, blackout grief. 3 days with a label I did not choose. Widow. A widow alone at the age of 33 after her husband took his own life. A widow raising a special needs son by herself. A widow who knew all too well what it was like to lose a father at a young age. A widow left to somehow create a new normal, whatever that might be. My friend repeated one thing to me on the phone that day and for months afterwards. You can do anything for 10 minutes. I dully listened to her voice on the phone from thousands of kilometers away. It was as if I was hearing the words in an out-of-body experience, like I was floating above, watching the scene unfold without feeling like it could be real. You can do anything for 10 minutes. Then you focus on the next 10 minutes, and then the next. I somehow got myself to the funeral home that day to make the endless decisions to lay my husband Jeremy to rest. It feels impossible to plan a funeral for a 35-year-old. It is surreal being led to a room filled with urns and headstone mock-ups. told to pick one out for your husband, who just a week ago was happily watching a parade with his son, texting funny photos of the two of them eating food, laying in the grass, and staring at the sky. But you can do anything for 10 minutes. I can't even guess how many times I've had to take things 10 minutes at a time. So proud of this book. And it's so 110% the truth. I have had to take things 10 minutes at a time so much. And I love that concept because 10 minutes really, in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of an hour or an entire day or week or year, is totally doable. And you can use it for anything, like I'm about to use it in spin class today. So if you're going, you know, into something that is stressful, or you're going into something that's nerve-wracking, or you've just been dreading, like another one, this past weekend, I had to get all of my paperwork together for my bookkeeper, and then she puts it neatly into a spreadsheet and hands it off to my accountant because it's tax season here in Canada. And I was dreading it. And so I said, like, Kate, you can do anything for 10 minutes, you know, and then it turned into, I did it for, you know, a couple of hours, and then I allowed myself to take a break. But I find even if I'm dreading something ridiculous as that the thought of, okay, just do 10 minutes. And even if you have to like set a timer on your phone, like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing that I absolutely despise or I'm dreading, and it's gonna take me 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna give myself a break, or I'm gonna like reward myself, whatever it is. But if you're going through a tough time and you have so much to do, as I just talked about, in like, after Jeremy passed away, I remember being like rooted on the floor, talking to Jess on the phone, being like, how am I supposed to plan his funeral? Like, how am I supposed to go to the funeral home? This seems such an out-of-body experience. She was like, you can do anything for 10 minutes. So I remember sitting there in the room at the funeral home, like overwhelmed, with my girlfriends around me, like taking notes for me and asking questions and stuff, and being like, okay, so for 10 minutes, we're gonna focus on this aspect of it. Okay, we did that. Now just focus on the next 10 minutes. Rather than focusing on the entire meeting and being overwhelmed, it was like, I can do this, then I can do this. And it might sound simple, and it might sound like, how on earth can that make a difference? But it truly does. So for the spin class example today, it's a 40-minute class because it's like a nooner, they call it. I think it's only, is it only 40 minutes? I think it's 50 minutes. How long is my class today? I have no idea, but which is good. I don't need to know how long it is, but I just like, I even break it down even more. Like, you can do anything for this song. Just focus on this song, then you're gonna get to sit down and you're gonna get to take a sip of water and you're gonna get to like use the towel, okay? Then one more song, and like a song's usually only 3-4 minutes. It feels like an eternity sometimes in spin class, but the idea of breaking things down into such like doable increments, I hope serves as a really simple reminder that you can do anything, and you can do anything for 10 minutes. You don't get so fixated in one task that suddenly it seems overwhelming and undoable, because it is doable. Giving the example too of, say, when Thomas is having a bad night, I have taken to just trying to make the best of it for myself. So if he's up in the night, now, thanks to new tools that I've been given from our new sleep team, 9 times out of 10, I can get him back to sleep, and I can get him back to sleep quickly. But we do feel that some of his sleep disruption is grief related. And in that respect, I have all the time in the world for him. You wanna be up all night, buddy? You know, not ideal, but I'm here for you. So what's helped me is that I will put on a 10-minute meditation. So if we're sitting together, I can listen to that, because he doesn't have his aids in the middle of the night, so he can't hear it. It's not distracting for him. I just hide my phone so he can't see it or anything. But it helps me. So I'm like, okay, for 10 minutes, I'm gonna do this meditation. Okay, we did another 10 minutes. Let's try to put you back to bed, you know? And then sometimes I'll go back to bed and I'll listen to my book, or I'll read my Kindle because there's no blue light. whatever I have to do to get through it. What I used to do was get so wound up and so upset and angry, and like it would just explode in my mind. Like, never really angry at Thomas himself, because I know he's not doing it on purpose. Like, it would just spiral, not helpful. It's not like that's gonna put Thomas back to sleep sooner. And then even if he does fall back asleep, I would be so wound up that that's not helpful. So now I do my best to just stay calm and like allow myself to read or allow myself to listen to a meditation for small increments of time, and breaking it up seems much more manageable than knowing that if Thomas is having a bad night, he's gonna be up for 4 hours. That's about his thing. So like the other night we were up from 1:45 till 5:45. It was a very long night and it was very upsetting, hence why I didn't vlog yesterday, but I got through it. And I did get upset, like just got sad, and was like, that's okay, like you're allowed to cry. I think, you know, this just makes things easier on yourself and allows yourself to feel whatever you need to feel for that 10 minutes, reassess, another 10 minutes, we're gonna reassess. You get the concept. So I'm gonna go to spin. I'll be thinking of you while I'm there, reminding myself that I can do anything for 10 minutes. And you can too. And I hope that this video was helpful. I know it's just a quick one, and I know it's a really simple tip, but I like sharing these little things with you. If they're gonna make my life easier, I'd love them for them to make your life easier. And so many of you, like I said, have said that the book beginning with that concept and then it's repeated throughout and it's reminded at the end as well has been a game changer. So now I'm just procrastinating going to spin. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Lace up, subscribe, become a marathoner. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon, which is another way of saying you can do anything for 10 minutes. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and allow yourself that like 10 minutes of time, that 10 minutes of grace, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.